All right, so in anticipation, I'm probably going to need a little bit more room in the kitchen. I see that my garage is 492 square feet, so I can probably nudge it down a little bit. Just there's still a little room from that space. So I can probably get it just down to 448, I think, or 484. Oh, you know what? It needs to be 484. That's a 22 by 22. So I nudge this back up just a wee bit. It's enough. I think that'll work. 481. So about a little space out of it. Not a whole lot. But we can always test the measurements of the building. That's 21 feet. That's 22. So we're right on point for the average size of a 2-car garage. So there's not much space we can really take from the garage. Not like I thought. All right, so let's go ahead and arrange our kitchen. All right, so we'll move the words out of the way a little bit. And I'm going to start putting in my base cabinets. Well, my appliances first. So kind of got to decide where I'm going to put my appliances. So I'm thinking of putting a refrigerator like right here in this corner, and maybe putting the cabinets alongside. Then maybe my sink, dishwasher, and then the stove, or even putting the stove on this side. Then it's kind of by itself. All right, so it doesn't butt up against the wall, because you need some room in between it. All right, so I'm gonna put some cabinets next to it. Architecture component, and I'm gonna do a base cabinets first. I really wish this was stretched a little bit further. So I think I'm gonna do 2 base cabinets with drawers next to it. Let's see what actually fits. Looks like the 39s might fit. Well, I can go a little bit longer. Let's try the 42. And the 42 fits on that side. I'm gonna nudge this over. Ah, I might have this turned the wrong way. I think I do. All right, so I have a little gap in between it, right there. And if it's turned the wrong way, it's an easy flip. All right, I'm gonna put another base cabinet. Architecture component. Drop down. Let's try the 48. See how that works. Oh, that actually worked pretty good. So I'm gonna just over this a little bit. And this one that I use for a 42, I might be able to go up to a 45. That works perfect. So A lot of times you can do these and you can kind of look at the kitchen and try to figure out what it looks like, but you don't have to really guess too much. You can just use the cameras. So I'm just going to use a camera. I'm going to give it a target. And I'm going to take a look at it. So this is what it kind of looks like. Gives me an idea of what that's going to look like before I finish it up. All right, so that one like it's embedded in the wall. So I may have to go ahead and make it smaller. I'm going to shade it. I'm going to go back to level 1. I'm going to take a look at that one. Yeah. So it looks like I'm going to have to actually take that one back down to a 42 because it's embedded in the wall. All right, and if you run into an issue where you can't quite get it right, just use the align tool. That's one of the best tools to use for that. All right, so one thing we didn't load was a countertop. So that's component, load family, casework, countertops. And I'm going to choose the one with the sink on it. And I'm also going to choose this one. All right, so the one with the sink, since I already have it here, I'm going to go ahead and hit the space bar and flip it around. Decide where I might want to put that. Maybe in the middle. Use your arrows to kind of adjust it. All right. All right, now these are adjustable. You have to watch what you're moving though, because sometimes you'll move the sink. So we have to leave a little room for a refrigerator. So I think I put that at the end. So it'll be the sink, the dishwasher, and then the refrigerator over on that side. Then we'll do our wall cabinets. All right. So it's just a matter of just kind of filling things in with the components to drop down. If you can't find something, you can always just start typing it. So doing all that scrolling, be much quicker just to type it in. Do my dishwasher. I guess I'll put it on this side. In hindsight, I almost wish I had put it on the opposite side because the plumbing is on the other side of the kitchen. All right. And downfall is that you can't see what's underneath the cabinets. So sometimes after you have that in place, sometimes it's good just to kind of move this up off the wall and then put in the rest of your base cabinets. So after you put in your base cabinets, then you'll put in your wall cabinets. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop in a couple just to kind of show you. Well, I'm even go ahead and use one of these over here. And I'm gonna mirror it across the other side of the room. I'm just kind of pick my own mirror line. I'm gonna move it up, over. It almost give me a perfect little thing right here. So I can kind of adjust the sink just a little bit. Move this over. Oh, and I need a sink base. That's the other thing. So that kind of determines where the sink is going to go to. All right, so sink base, 48. All right, this one must be embedded. Yeah, down a little bit too low. There we go. And again, things aren't kind of working out the way you want them to work out. You know, use the align tool. So then we know the dishwasher is going to go next to this. I'm just going to kind of slide this a little bit to the right. Doesn't have to necessarily touch. Just get a little space in between it. And then I'm going to take this cabinet. Oh, you know what? I'm just using the same cabinets over and over. I need to switch up. Try something different. Let's try a base cabinet with 4 drawers. Right, so I'll put that one there. And I'll put another one here. Then that leaves me room for my refrigerator. So this I can go ahead and stretch it. Just a little wee bit past. And I'm going to adjust it down. I hit the wall. You can also use a line tool. That'll be much quicker. Rather than going through all that clicking. All right, so kind of we'll lost the sink. Okay, so if the sink shouldn't have moved. All right, there we go. Not sure why it moved. The double line at the bottom there is the backsplash. All right, so that gives us our first line of the kitchen. Go ahead and put in the wall cabinets in. I'm gonna do my refrigerator. Hopefully I'm not gonna crash today. Let's go to 36. Oh, that's tight. Might go to 33. All right. All right, I guess my refrigerator. All that would be left now for the kitchen is to put in a component in the wall cabinets. And you can kind of do those the way you see fit. I try to make them match up as much as possible. Not necessarily with the size, but let's say for instance that this is like a 48 or 42. I try to at least give two cabinets that are kind of match that, but they're not going to overlap the stove. So I didn't mean to pick that glass one. Those I do not care for too much. Let's change that to that one. All right, so then I'm going to take this and I'm going to mirror it. And then I'm going to change it to a different size, a little bit less. Let's go to 18. It looks good, and we'll nudge it over. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to take these two here. Put our control key. I'm going to mirror them two over to the other side in the middle of the stove. All right, now these two will end up changing because the cabinet on that side is a little bit longer. But actually, you can change just one of them. So you can kind of move that one to the middle. Since it's an 18, you can probably bump it up to like a 24. And then kind of look to see how that looks. Oh, that's not actually bad. All right, so there will be one to go above the stove, which you'll have a range hood, or we're just going to put a range hood in. All right, so let's take a look at the one side of it. So after I do this part, then I'll finish up the video. This will be the end of the video, but you will put cabinets in on this side also. And then we'll be downloading a range hood to put in and putting either using a long one or we'll put one above, put a cabinet above it. So I'm gonna take a look at my 3D view real quick. And it's probably number 2. All right. All right, not bad. Oh, but we do have to put countertops in, so that's the other thing. So you basically do it the same way. So you just go to component, hit the drop down. And we're just going to choose the countertop, but I have to sync on it. We're going to put it here first. And we just use the arrow keys and nudge it up. And I'm going to adjust it. And after I adjust it, I'm going to mirror it. And adjust this side. All right, and then go back to my 3D view. Take a look at it. See how it looks. All right, so not actually bad. So all we got to do is put in a range hood, and we may have to make a custom cabinet to fit in between there that the range hood is going to attach to. But otherwise from that, the kitchen is actually pretty much done. So if you want just to fill it in for the moment, you can take one of these and mirror over. Move that toward the middle. So we're gonna move it toward the middle. Well, we're probably gonna put some fillers in there after we attach the range hood to it. the filler to fill in a space on both sides of it. Then that way, you're actually not having to use a full cabinet. So I'm on 20 minutes already. And so up cabinet filler. And we'll put one on both sides. And you just kind of stretch them to adjust them. And we'll go back to the 3D view and take a look, see what that looks like. Hopefully they're there. Oh, yeah, they're there. So that kind of fills that in. We could have made a larger cabinet, which we possibly still can, but we'll just kind of play this one by ear to see how that kind of works out first, and see it, because we have to make this a custom cabinet because the range hood has to sit flush with the bottom of these. All right, so that is it. We're at 21 minutes. So that's it for this particular one. So you'll be doing the other side of the kitchen. There's no techniques. So you just gotta fill it in as you see fit. And you can do a little rearrangement if you like. You don't necessarily have to follow exactly what I did. In hindsight, I almost wish I had kind of put one of these on each end of the cabinet, of the cabinetry. So you can actually do that. So you don't have to follow my exact design.